Assalamu alaikum. Happy New Year. How are you, students? I hope you all are fine by the grace of Almighty Allah. I am also fine. This is Mohiddin Ahmed, English teacher, Milestone School and College, Sector 4 branch. Right now, I am conducting your English class. Please open your class copy and write down the necessary information. I hope you will enjoy the class. Dear learners, today our class number will be 8 and topic will be email. Objective of the class: at the end of the class, students will be able to learn the definition of the topic, classification of the topic, rules and regulation of the topic, and implementation of the rules for writing any sample topic. Review of the previous class. In our previous class, we learned verb and its classification. Students, let's go. We again review of our previous class. Generally, there are two kinds of verb. It is finite verb and non-finite verb. Finite verb means the verb which follow rules and regulation of the traditional grammar is a finite verb. Suppose he plays football. Here, plays is the finite verb. And non-finite verb, generally the verb does not follow the traditional. Non-finite verb, the verb which generally does not follow the traditional grammar is a non-finite verb. Example is swimming is good for health. Okay, finite verb. There are three kinds of finite verb. They are principal verb, linking verb, and auxiliary verb. Principal verb is the main verb of any particular sentence. Linking verb, by linking verb, we can join subject with object in any sentence. And auxiliary verb is the helping verb. Now, non-finite verb, three types. First one is infinitive, gerund, and participle. Infinitive is the 2 plus base form of the verb. And gerund function as a noun. Suppose walking is good for health. Here walking is the gerund. Swimming is good for health. Swimming is the gerund. Participle function as an adjective. Suppose broken chair. Here broken modify the chair. So in this case broken is the adjective. At the same time broken is the participle. Now auxiliary verb. There are two kinds of auxiliary. First one is primary auxiliary and second one is modal auxiliary. Thank you, students, for learning of your previous lesson.
Dear students, welcome in our class. Email writing. What is email? At first, we have to know what is email. Short for electronic mail, email or email is information stored on a computer that is exchanged between two users over telecommunications. More plainly, email is a message that may contain text, files, images, or other attachment sent through a network to a specified individual or group of individuals. This is the definition of the email. Advantages of email. There are many advantages of email and the uses of email versus postal email. Some of the main advantages of listed below. Some of the main advantages are listed below. Suppose free delivery. Sending an email is virtually free outside the cost of internet service. There is no need to buy a postage stamp to send a letter. Global delivery. Email can be sent to nearly anywhere around the world to any country. Instant delivery. An email can be instantly sent and received by the recipient over the internet. File attachment. An email can be include one or more file attachments, allowing a person to send documents, pictures, or other files with an email. Long-term storage. Email are stored electronically, which allows for storage and archival over long periods of time. Environmentally friendly. Sending an email does not require paper, or you can say it is paperless, cardboard, or packing tape, conserving paper resources. So, email is the paperless telecommunication media, or you can send any mail without paper. Should I use email or email in any writing? Both email by mentioning hyphen and mail are valid words, and what are decide to use should be determined by the style guide you are following. Computer chooses to use hyphen in email because it is a compound noun that is made of the words electronic and mail. So by using hyphen, we can differentiate between electronic and mail. Email message format. It consists of two parts: header, information about the message, and now second is body. Header. Header contains information about, from, described who sent the message, to, the addresses to which the mail is sent, date, subject, user summary of the messages, content, CC, carbon copy recipient, and BCC, blind carbon copy recipient. That here the 2 is the main receiver of the mail, and CC is the carbon copy. I mean another person will receive the mail, and BCC mean the receiver will remain hidden. In this case, BCC mean blind carbon copy recipient. Okay. Now body. Body contains the text of message and any attachment to be sent. What makes a valid email address? The following rules make an email address valid. Number one, an email must have a username followed by @ sign, followed by the domain name with a domain suffix. There should be only one @ sign in an email address. Be careful, you cannot write more than one @ sign in any email address. The space and special characters are allowed occasionally. A space, backslash, and quotation mark work but must be preceded with a forward slash. Although valid, some email address, although valid, some email providers do not allow these characters. Number 4, the username and email address as a whole cannot begin or end with a period. Example, Salman5271 @ gmail.com. It is the valid email address. An email address consists of three parts. Suppose Jack and Jill @ gmail.com. Here unique username. Jack and Jill is the unique username chosen by the email account owner. @ domain name. Company organization providing the email service. Writing an email. The to field is where the email address of the person receiving the email is placed. The from field should contain your email address. If you are replying to a message, the to and from fields are automatically filled out. If it is a new message,
you will need to specify the recipients in the to. Subject, very important parts of any email. The subject should consist of a few words describing the email contents. The subject should consist of few words describing the email's contents. The subject lets the recipient see what the email is about without opening and reading the full email. This field is optional. So subject is the very important because by observing the subject, anyone can easily understand what will be the inner message of the email. So subject is the identification of the any mail. Greeting. Number one, formal greeting and informal greeting. Formal greeting will be, it is important to think about the correct way to address the person you are emailing. The following phrases are suitable for addressing someone formally. Suppose, dear sir, madam, dear Mr. Mrs. Jones, to whom it may concern. So these are the formal greeting, and we shall use this type of greeting for writing any formal email. Now informal email, and it is the greeting of the informal email. We can use the following to address someone outside of work or even a colleague that you know well. Hi Nira, hello Imran, dear father. There are a lot less rules when it comes to casual greetings. So feel free to try out different things. Informal greetings. We can use the following to address someone outside of the work or even a colleague that you may know well. Hi Nira, hello Imran, dear father. There are a lot less rules when it comes to casual greetings. So feel free to try out different things. So in a formal email, in informal email, we can use this type of greetings. Opening expressions. How are you? How have you been? How is everything going? I was glad to hear from you. So these lines you can use for writing any email, very beginning of the email. Opening expressions when we answer an email letters. Thank you for your email or letter. It was great to hear from you. It was so nice to hear from you. Sorry for not writing earlier. So this type of sentence we can write opening expressions when we answer an email. Responding to news. Sorry to hear about. Glad to hear that you are all well. Good luck with. Hope you feel better soon. These are the responding sentence. Asking for something. Can you please? Is it okay if you? I want to. Would you mind? I was wondering if. So this sentence we can use for asking any something. Body. Talking about the main subject and expand with details about the reason of writing the email. So body is the main part of any particular email. Our main message will on body. Our message, we can find our main message on the body. Closing expressions. Anyway, well, that is all for now. Hope to hear from you soon. Looking forward to hearing from you soon. Send my regards or love to. Take care. Stay in touch. Keep in touch. So this type of sentence we can use for closing expressions. Now, dear students, we can differentiate the salutation of email: formal salutation and informal salutation. Formal salutation generally sincerely, similar to yours sincerely, and informal will be thanks, casual and less formal. Thanks is the casual and less formal. Regards, better praise for bye or thanks. Regards, you can use regards. At the same time, you can write thanks or bye. Many thanks, more polite than just thanks. Many thanks we use for writing any formal email. Please avoid only thanks. Best, less formal than best regards. Okay, best regard will be the appropriate best regards, but best is less formal than best regards. Now, informal salutation, thanks, and talk soon, informal way to end the conversation. Cheers, informal way to say thanks. Now, letter, short for see you later. So this type of salutations what we can use for writing any formal or informal email. Now, dear students, right now I am showing you a video regarding how to write an email and different parts of email. Please observe the video attentively.
Today I'm going to teach you how to write informal emails. Let me start with a very short definition of informal emails. As you can see, an informal email is a personal piece of writing which you can write to family members or friends, but also to anyone with whom you have a non-professional relationship. Let's now move to the structure of informal emails. Well, most informal emails have the basic structure of opening, body, and closing. Let's see each part of this structure in detail. As for the opening, let's see this example. The opening shouldn't be too long. The most important elements in this part are the greeting and the purpose of sending the email. Let's move to the body. This part includes most of the content of your email. In the body, you should answer the question which you have been asked by giving examples and supporting details. Turning our attention now to the final part, closing. As you can see, the closing is your final sign off. That's why it should be brave and very polite. This part is used to say goodbye and finish your email. In conclusion, let me sum up my lesson by this template, which you can use to write an informal email easily.
Now, dear students, right now we are going to practice an email, and in this case we shall try to implement our learning topics for writing any email. And our sample email will be: write an email for thanking a friend for birthday gift. Now students, there is a sample email, and look at that very beginning to Salman 219. This is the receiver address, receiver email address @gmail.com. Subject: thanks for birthday gift present. Subject is thanks for birthday present. And dear Salman, salutation. You know I am a bookworm. The book you gifted me is one of my favorite books, and this is the very book I have been looking for. Thank you. Thank you so much for your unique selection as a birthday gift. Yours ever, Nasser. So this is the fine example of writing any sample email, and this email also the part of your syllabus. So dear students, please learn the email properly.
Review of this class. Students, you have learned email in this class. Now please open your class copy and write down 2 questions and please answer this. First question is, what is email? And second is, how many kinds of email? Explain it. So dear students, now please write down on your class copy, and after a few minutes, please you can check with my answer. Thank you. I think you have written the answer of these 2 questions. Answer number 1 is, email is the short for electronic mail. Email is the information stored on a computer that is exchanged between 2 users over telecommunication. It is the definition of the email. The second question answer will be, there are 2 kinds of email, formal email and informal email. Formal email: whenever we write an mail to your teacher, authority, principal, in this case your email will be formal email. Informal email, make sure that your language will be grammatically correct. Now second is informal email. Informal email is the mail when you write a mail to your friends, relatives or your colleagues. For writing an informal email, make sure that your language is not formal, and the language that you have written for writing any informal email based on your relationship with the receiver. Dear students, I think your all answers are correct. Thank you for writing this.
Now I declare the homework. Our homework will be, write an email for thanking a friend for birthday gift. And this homework will be Learn Plus Write. Dear students, please write down this homework on your homework copy and send to your subject teacher through online. I hope that you will perform your tasks properly. Thank you very much for patient hearing. Have a nice day.